Yo, what's going on, everybody? Oh, fuck. Okay, now we should be cruising. Cursed as Marcus. Oh, I am behind a motherfucker, though. Sneaky, sneaky. That took more than it should have. Wow, that hurt me a lot. Okay. That point blank he ate, though. Okay. The curse of Marcus. The curse of Marcus continues. Let's party of one going here. Like, I'm bad enough just talking, but much less talking like I'm streaming, but in a public room with my shit unmuted. Like, that's like people talking on the damn phone on a headset. Or on a phone in public on speakerphone. Also ridiculous.
Sweet.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, nice. I thought there was like 2 people in this motherfucker.
Nice.
Oh, I should have been waiting. Oh, fuck. we kind of got him in a bad spot here. What the fuck? Like all of a sudden it's like, hey, your controller's just not gonna work. What the fuck are you doing?
You're more than soldiers today. You're warriors.
That's fucking weird, man. Oh, fuck. Such a stupid button. Hopefully y'all can still see my stream. It's being funky right now. Okay, it looks chill. Yeah, so, oh man. My wife is an artist, right? So she's got, there was somebody that just opened a boutique type of deal. Couple towns away, like 45 minutes, maybe an hour from here. So she went early, right? Go set up, do all the things. I'm gonna back out of this, see if I can't find a different fresh lobby or some shit. Yeah, so she had like prints and shirts and hoodies, stickers, earrings, fuck, necklaces, and she had cornhole boards. Okay, so if you don't know what cornhole is, it's kind of like horseshoes, but with bean bags. So you have bean bags. You have like a 2x4 ish, or I mean, it's bigger than that. I don't know, like a 4x8 piece of plywood, smaller than that probably, and with a hole at the top of it, right? And it's like sloped up so that you gotta like try and slide it into the hole. You can Google it, I am sure. So she had a car full of shit, right? Needless to say. So a couple days ago, she was leaving, and I just got home like maybe an hour before she left, right? And she was like, "Hey, your lights are on." I was like, "What?" Like my keys aren't even in the car. Like there was no like, and I have a '98 Acura 2.5 TL. It'll at least ding, you know what I'm saying, when you leave the keys in the car and the lights on, or just the lights on. And I was like, "What?" And it was my rear lights. So like both my brake lights and my third light, the one in the window, were on, and like nothing was happening. Keys weren't in the ignition. Keys weren't even in the car. The keys were in the house. So I was like, that's weird. And I've seen a lot of weird car shit, right? I was like, okay, well, this is a new one. So she kind of hangs around for a second. I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out. It can't be, anything crazy. I thought, which I guess it wasn't really still in the end. But okay, so your brake pedal in your car is like the pedal is connected to a metal rod. I guess is a good way, like a piece of metal, flat piece of metal. My grenade took a really long time to explode. I don't know why you were still doing that, my guy. Okay, so brake pedal, right? It's connected to a metal arm, just like a piece of metal, right? That goes to a rod that goes into like your slave cylinder, or master cylinder, or both. But we did a lot of work to this car, right? Like, I had a Subaru that was falling apart when I got it, that my father-in-law's brother, so I guess my uncle-in-law, kind of gave to me. Or I paid like $500 for. Fuck, I don't even remember. A little laggy there, no big deal. So yeah, that Subaru was falling apart when I got it. Like, it needed brakes all the way around. There was a few things, right? Like, I can't even remember, but it was quite the issue. And like transmission problems, stuff like that, right? So the brakes, no big deal. Transmission problems, well, this lag is interesting. Transmission problems, whole nother beast, because I'm not gonna dump that into a car and then have to dump more money into it, right? So we've got this Acura in replacement of my Subaru, and when we went and looked at it and drove it, the only issue for real was it felt like it was floating a little when you drove it, like you were kind of floating on the road. But they put aftermarket rims and bigger tires and didn't account for any of those things. They just slapped bigger tires, wheels, and rims and shit on. So that was the reason that it felt like it was floating down the road. So after that, you know, we still got a good deal on it. It was only like $2,800. And it had 107,000 miles on it, ish, somewhere around there. So, you know, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's a steal. So we went, looked at it, drove it, good to go. So my father-in-law is also like a mechanic, pretty heavy mechanic, and right, he'd be turning some wrenches, doing some major stuff like it's nothing. Oh yeah, don't weapon slide. God damn it. What was my teammate not my guy? What are you doing? Yeah, we're fucked now. You had to watch Boom, dude. He's got to come pick it up. So you're standing there. You've got to defend Boom Shot. Now I can't get away. Yeah, so what you're playing, you're going to sit by the vans? 2 Boom Shots? I think the only reason you're still alive is because they don't super know where you are. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we took my car, paid cash, took the car to the father-in-law's house, right? We get it there, it's got like mad problems. One of the cylinders, or one of the spark plugs, was jumping against the cap. The distributor O-ring was leaking or fucked up. There was definitely some with the distributor that was fucked up. The housing or some shit was busted and fucked. The top of the radiator was cracked and was just like hot foaming some antifreeze out of the top of it. And like didn't see any of that shit after we test drove it because we looked at fucking everything, but I guess we didn't drive it long enough to get it hot enough to see like all those issues. So radiator, distributor, or not? Yeah, distributor, I think. Okay. Radiator, distributor, whatever else I said, plus the tires. So we did a lot of work on it. There's a couple other things. Oh, the valve cover gasket was leaking, like it was getting paid for it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so it was leaking oil because of the valve cover gasket. So yeah, I think we spent, like, we figured up the rough labor. Okay. And it was like 50 grand, or not 50 grand. It was like $5,000 in labor that we did. And like maybe at the most $500 in parts. And like, so we only spent $500 to do 5,500 or 5 grand or whatever. That much work to this car. Okay. So she tells me the other day that my lights are staying on, and I'm like, fuck, it's probably not a big deal. Let me see what's up. So, it being a random thing I haven't ever come across. Plus, like, my keys aren't in it, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So, I get in it, crank it, like, hit the pedal, see if maybe it had caught or, whatever. Check the fuse, check all the fuses that are even related to anything. And, so pulled a couple of those. So there's one by your left foot. It's the kick plate fuse panel is what I've always called it. And then there's one under the hood. There's not always one by the driver's foot, but most of the time there is. There's definitely always one under the hood. So checked all those. They seemed fine. There's two big fucking relay fuses that go in that fuse box that I couldn't pull because I didn't have the tool or anything small enough to get in there and like pull the prongs apart to pull it out and check to make sure it was good. So I do some Googling and it's a switch, like the actual switch is broken somewhere, like either for the headlights or whatever. I was like, oh man, no way. Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like my headlights aren't on, it's just my tail lights, so it'd have to be like like if there's a brake light switch, then okay, maybe it is that switch. But if there's a brake light, nothing else, okay. So I go back out there, I'm fucking around. Oh fuck, I didn't even see that guy. I got a lot of hope for us. Oh, Grub's up here though. Probably get killed coming out of spawn. Yeah, I knew he was coming back there. Okay. So, I check all the... Sorry, I had to handle that shit. Check all the fuses, they're all good. Google says, you know, I of course filter out the dumb shit. Google, for the most part, says that it's a switch. I'm not buying that. I'm like, well, fuck, man. Wow. I got a down and a kill out of that. That's nuts. Yeah, sure, just throw both those grenades like you're getting them on spawn. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm dead. That's bullshit, man. I don't know how that didn't kill him. So, on your brake pedal, the pedal is connected to a metal rod, or a metal plate that's then connected to a metal rod. In the metal plate, there's a hole, okay? So, above where your foot would rest on the brake pad, on the brake pedal, like under your dash on the driver's side, there's a little pressure switch that comes like faces down. So whenever your foot is all the way off the brake pedal, okay, that don't make any sense. None of that makes any sense. Homie just run away. Ooh, give me that pistol headshot. Oh, fuck. I got stuck in that corner, man. So, um, there's a little piece of plastic that goes into that hole on the metal plate that this pressure switch will hit, and like whenever the switch is hit, your brake lights are completely off, so you're not on the brake at all. Whenever you even barely touch your brake pedal, it'll move that piece of plastic off of the pressure switch so that now there's no more connection and your lights are on, meaning you're hitting your brake, right? So then boom, your brake lights come on. So today, the boutique opening, right? My wife went early, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just stop by AutoZone or Advance. I don't even know which one it was. Parts store. Insert your local parts store here. And got, surprisingly, the piece of plastic, right? Like, that was my whole plan. I'll just go there, get the piece of plastic, put it in there. That way I don't have to worry about somebody, like, slamming into me because they think I'm hitting my brakes, and I'm not. So I leave the house, and now remember, you have to push the brake pedal in to get to where you would be able to like find out even that this little piece of plastic exists or whatever, which I did find mine in pieces on my floorboard when I looked, after I did like all the fuse checking and then re-googled. It was, you know, not deep in the lore to find it, but it was a little hunt, and definitely after I've already checked, you know, all this stuff. So when I'm leaving, like I've been pumping the brake pedal to with the car off to try and like see what was going on with my tail lights, like whatever. So then whenever I left this morning, I stopped and like the car kind of surged, but not really. Like it felt weird, and it was just in first gear. It was kind of like you were still on the brake pedal, and it was like holding it back. Which, you know, I pulled all my fuses and stuff like that, so I was like, well, what the fuck is going on? Like, is some shit fucked up? Did I fuck something? Like, how in the fuck could I possibly fucked anything up? Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, why, man? Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Please somebody go up there and kill him. Oh, our spawn's already swapped. And see, I should be looking around like that, especially playing. I should just go up top. At least then I can see both sides, have some cover. Please, get to the edge. So yeah, I'm like tripping out about this shit, because I'm like, how in the fuck have I even done anything to warrant my car being like this, right? I don't know what the fuck's going on. It just felt like super weird, and it was only really like from a dead stop. Wow. Wow, you couldn't hit me fucking standing still, man. So yeah, brake light problem was fixed after I was freaking the fuck out getting the AutoZone, because now my car's acting like a fucking weirdo. But only from a dead stop. It only had like 2 dead stops the whole way. So the Advance or AutoZone or local car parts dealership, whatever, like the parking lot's so fucking stupid. It's the worst. It's like it's like on a mountain, but very small. So like you're pointed straight down when you park. Ooh, I bet you're mad. I really should have died there like 2 times at least. Oh fuck, man. And the motherfucker was behind me again. So, being on this stupid fucking downward hill mountain situation I got going on in this parking lot, I'm trying to put this piece of plastic into a tiny hole. Very aggravating. Did not work. Had to send a quick text. Yeah, so I get to a more level spot and have to use a different... I'm gonna get headshotted. I'm definitely gonna get headshotted. Yep, headshotted. Wow. Wow, I missed him completely. Fuck! Okay, cool. You're dead. I saw it stick to his foot. Son of a bitch! Oof. Oh my god, I shot too fucking high. Fuck me. Yeah, so I check my fluid for my brakes. It was a little low. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't even below the min line. But I put some in there, and it seemed better. It didn't do that weird, like, grabby shit anymore. So what my hypothesis is that because I'd been pumping the brakes, and didn't really have a, you know, like I ended up like taking the battery terminal off, the negative terminal off at one point because I couldn't get the fucking lights to go off, and it was part of the diagnostic process. Um, trying to get a tattoo scheduled. Loose schedule tattoo, but still, I need to go get. I only have 2, man. My wife's got like 13 or 50. I don't even fucking know. She's got a lot. She's beating me by a lot. I don't like to keep score because that's how bad she's beating me. Yeah, so here I am, like getting ready to drive an hour-ish. It was actually like an hour and 15 minutes the way I took because I didn't want to take the interstate. Not that I would have even if my car was tip-top titty swap, which it obviously was not. And I need to get my tires rotated and balanced, and then my front end aligned, and then my oil changed after that. Yeah, so just like the whole way there, I was already like running late. I was like stressing because the fucking car And I was like, how have I managed to break something without even, I didn't do anything. I took out fuses and put them right back where they were, and then took off a negative terminal. So like, I didn't do shit, man. Where's that? Seriously, this is random, but I saw somebody talking about the Xbox showcase, and they were like, "Yeah, look at Payday 3, man. Payday 3 looks so good." Like, really? Like, Payday, my guy. Like, I love Payday. Don't get me wrong. Um, Payday 2 was, super fun when it's just like you and a few people chilling and wanting to like rob some banks. But other than that, like, it was so repetitive. I don't know if there was like an update I missed or something, but jeez fucking Christ. Whenever I played, it was basically like you do the same thing every time. Like the third one looks like you would expect the third one. It looks like you can do more shit. But just for somebody to be like, yeah, Payday 3 looks so good. Like it looked crazy good. Oh, fuck me. Fuck that guy. Oh, I got third place in our little cornhole tournament today, too. Sorry, I know that's random, but talking to the wife and... Are you shitting me? Yeah, I'm gonna get killed now. Fuck you. That was bullshit. Um, yeah, I got third place. Really, really rarely ever. Yeah, but I told, like... I don't know. I have never played, like, cornhole before for real. Like, maybe once, twice, 3 times a lady. No, but seriously, like, maybe twice. What is happening? That took 3 point-blank aim shots. Just... Shit. That reload really fucked me. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh, the cornhole tournament, right? Damn, I really hope that was me, like, getting a very ridiculous headshot on that guy. You guys know it's like 3v4, right? Or was.
Hell yeah!
This dude's really butthurt. Yeah, and like we didn't have many people playing, but hey, a podium finish when you've only played the game like 3 times, or not even that, like 2 times. Oh, that second grenade was garbage. I about killed myself. Oh fuck! It was a trap. And then I had boom too. Yeah, but oh, and my inspection sticker's out. Like, my car's fine. So there's an SRS light on. There's a recall on that year model make for the SRS light being on, but nothing being the issue, right? Essentially, long story short, right? And you can take it to an accurate dealer, and I'm sure that they will fix it. I don't have one of those close to me, so I'm just like, meh. And I saw like a real roundabout way of like clearing it, essentially. But that's kind of the reason I haven't gotten it inspected. And like, you know, I've done some. I ride them till I can't ride them no more, as far as inspection tags go, because I think they're stupid. Because you know, it's not as bad as other states where like people were literally drive around in like broken down hunks of shit. Not really. It definitely happens, but you know, I try and make sure my shit's safe to drive if I'm driving it. Okay, cool. At least you killed him. Thank you. I'm trying to smoke this blizzle. Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, I didn't know we had outside. Well, we ain't gonna have it much longer. See. Are they gonna get boom? Well, I was somehow doing better telling this fucking story. I got my brother. Oh, that fucking Theron or Ram, whichever one, is fucking the bane of my existence. And this guy, he's never anywhere. Like, at the end, he's always the last one. And he's trying to get a corner or something. Alright, let me set the blizzle down. Yeah, so I was super stressed, man, driving this fucking... Ah! My shot did nothing. Was that motherfucker with me? Or did he just so happen to die near me? Oh, fuck me. God damn. Okay. I'm tired of having a donut. Very surprised I didn't get one-shotted right there. They got boom shot on me, and I ain't going out there. And of course, grenades have just fucking spawned. Do they have snipe? Was that a snipe headshot, or did he get fucking shotted? They must have snipe. I thought we had up top. We ain't got shit now. I'm dead. I should have shot him again. I was trying to get closer. That's alright. Yeah, that hurt. We didn't have much help in there. Oh, clock tower too? Oh man, I enjoyed losing to them. I don't even want to like refresh the search because I like clock tower. I like all the past 2 maps that I've done real shitty on. Oh yeah, so I told my wife asked me if I wanted to be the cornhole game master, and I was like, no, because I don't know anything about it, and like I don't like the game itself. Like I always make fun of it whenever I see it. So like I can't then be the hype master to be like, all right, everybody, we got cornhole. Here's the sign up sheet. I know all the rules, all the points. Because I was, for whatever reason, I was thinking like some official ass shit. But apparently, this motherfucker she works with, he is a avid cornholer and plays like 3 times a week and has boards and his own bean bags and like, all this shit. And she had asked him. He was like, I don't know, I gotta work. And I was like, yo, tell him I'll give him $20. Like, it's not even that. That's no kind of money, but I'll start with $20. The bidding will start at 20. So he totally fell for the $20 idea, sucker. Which it wasn't even a whole like. Again, in my head, I'm picturing like lines of people specifically to play tournament rule style cornhole for whatever reason at this boutique opening that just so happened to have like cornhole as a something you could do while you're there, chilling. And they had like a little street vendor, but it was coffee and scones and shit. But man, the coffee was disappointing. And like the funny thing is that somebody was telling me about how disappointed they were in the coffee when they had gotten it, and was just hoping that it was a fluke. And I was like, well, I'm finna find out right now. It was not a fluke. It was just not good. Like, it was watery, and you could barely taste the coffee. Like, you could, like, I got a brown sugar espresso, I think, and it was just not, wasn't coffee enough, especially for like espresso. Ah. Nice. Oh, I think he back A sniped him too. That's upsetting. Possibly a blind fire situation. We won't talk about it. I don't want to shame my own teammate. Those hurt worse than like getting chainsawed. Like somebody just gets a nasty fucking back A or a roll headshot, or just like the dumbest shit they'll always fucking get you with. Like you'd be hidden and just doing all type of crazy shit, and they still snipe you, not even trying to, not looking, not aiming, and fucking boom, headshot, it's over. Worked my ass off for that. Who the fuck is shooting at me? A railing saved my ass. Okay, well, at least I killed him too. I guess. Oof. I didn't see where that guy was. You jammed your reload. Oh man, that. Again, that's some shit that happened to me. Just having to jam a reload, walking, boom, headshot. Okay, please get off the fucking wall. Oh yeah, don't weapon slide or any of that. Kill him! Holy Jesus. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a very bad spot. Oh, that was all I could do. I didn't know that. I should have meleeed maybe, but I feel like Crollo could have helped me a little bit more there. Are you shitting me? Fucking hell. Oh, I didn't turn enough. Oof. I about got right there. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm dead. Kill him! Kill him! Nice, okay. My death wasn't in vain. Never a sniper when I won. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have shot. I should have waited. Oh, fuck me, man. I did not expect you to be looking down there. I was like trapped to the corner. Oh, that's upsetting. I like canals. Didn't do too terrible. I would have ended at like 7-7, I think, if I'd have got that one down, so. Yo, Ray, what's going on? You doing alright, man? We'll get to run back mansion. It's almost the same team I think we were playing against before. I can't remember if that's the same ones that. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that fucking. I went for that job interview the other day, working at it's a machine shop essentially. Um, they just get like truck parts, big truck parts for steering, and it's like all metal. They machine it down and then put grooves in it, the whole Magilla, right? Then they ship it off for it to be assembled. So I had an interview, quote unquote, the other day. I don't know if I updated or not since then, but it was definitely like no kind of real interview. Um, so like I went, sat down, or I like go, and it's weird. Like the doors are locked, so you have to like hit a button and they unlock you. And which man, talk about a chill job if you could just run the desk. So I hit the buzzer, they let me in. She's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, here for a job interview. My name is whatever, whatever. I'm looking for whoever." And she was like, "Yeah, just sit down right here." So like I immediately sit down, and she goes like 5 feet, and she's like, "Okay, he's right over here." I'm like, "Okay." So I go in dude's office, and he's like, you know, uh, I put in for second shift inspector, so they had filled that position. Um, but they had first shift, which is 6 to 2, open for inspector, or they had machinist open 2 to 10, second shift. So keep in mind, I've always worked 4 to midnight. Like that's been my shift. If not 2 to midnight, 4 to midnight, either one. So for the long years, the entirety of the time I've been able to pick my availability, I've been like evening shifts only because I ain't gonna be here in the fucking morning. So the gas station I work at now, I didn't like being there in the evenings. Had to be pretty on your shit, and there's got a lot of people that you gotta keep a couple sets of eyes on, and you're the only set of eyes. You get what I'm saying? That's a gas station, right? Which I had, stuff on me just in case, but still. Anyway, so because I was janitoring for a little bit, right? And then I went to, there was like a OSHA issue I brought up, and it was like, nah. And I was like, well, I ain't doing it though. And they were like, nah, you gotta. And I was like, nah. So they're like, okay, well, we're taking that as you quit. It's been a year, kick rocks. And like I was doing like 3 people's jobs there for a couple weeks by myself. And as janitor, that's a lot of shit, man. Especially when you're contracted by like a school. So like you don't even get the state bennies, none of that. You don't get none of the good stuff. You're contracted, an employee of a contracted company. So you ain't shit. So yeah, they fired me. I went back to the gas station where I had been before for like a year. Didn't really want to be there. Obviously, I was doing evening shifts. It was not great. I was working 4 10-hour shifts. So I do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 to 10 or 2 to midnight. Or yeah. So I guess yeah. That's 2 to midnight. And so whenever I came back to the gas station, I was like, yo, I ain't trying to work in the evenings. And so the only morning shifts was basically like what the owner was working, which was 2 days. And then I got the third day from a lady that was running like day shift during the week and like doing the orders, the whole thing. Which I eventually got offered that and like $2 more an hour or something, but like I'm so past done being done with customer service that like you would have to pay me so much money to do it for another year full time that I would never have to do it again or anything else. And then maybe I could do it. And just like count it as a year into retirement type of shit. Oh my god. Please, for the love of all that is holy and unholy. Yeah. What was I talking about? I was talking about something, right? Okay. 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 Kill the guy. Oh man, why are there two of y'all upstairs inside? We had outside and we were winning. Now you're gonna give up outside to try and control inside? I even hit him with like 2 shots. Damn it. Whew. Thank you. I am the epitome of red. Nice. Osiris. Oh, nice. Yeah, so, yeah, oh, yeah. This fucking job interview, right? So I go in there, they're like, hey, sit down. Oh, hey, get up. Here's the guy. I'm like, hey, guy. He's like, hey, you want a job? And I was like, yep. And he was like, cool. You ever, which job you want? Because I filled one of them. And I was like, well, I don't know, because I applied for the one that you filled, right? Essentially, this is the conversation that's happening. And, got knocked off, buddy. Yeah, so I'm like, dude, I don't know, because I came in here for that thing. I don't know. Oh, wow. That was so lucky. These fucking shots, man, that ain't doing nothing are pissing me off. Oh. If you had yeah. So he was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll have this person show you around for the inspector job. And fuck, I was really trying to shoot that before I got killed. I think I got a triple kill out of that. Hopefully I ate it and they can't fucking pick it up. Wow, that dude like rolled the farthest I've ever seen. Oh, what the fuck ever, man. I mean, we couldn't all just sit there anyway. We want to do something. We're already there, you know. So I sit down with this guy, and he's like, okay, so I'll show you the inspector job, then I'll show you the machine job. I'll have the, the people do that, the leads of those positions, whatever. So they're basically just showing me the shit, and I'm like, okay, word, I get it. Machine stuff. Oh, I didn't know you and your girlfriend both were over here. Okay. My bad. So yeah, I see all the things, and I come out of seeing the things with 2 different people, and the main dude's there again, the one that I talked to for 2 seconds. And he was like, so what do you think? Which one? I was like, oh, dude, I don't know. Like, I was still halfway planning. Like, I just got done seeing 2 different things. You're going to have to give me a fucking minute. Like, I'm going to have to go home and, think about which one. Because it's 2 different shifts. It's 2 different pay rates. It's two pretty different things. So, like, don't just be like, which one you want. And it was mood anyway, because he was like, so the girl that called you before will call you again if we want to move forward, and we'll send you an offer. And I was like, okay. Oh, fuck. I started shooting your shit. My dog is freaking out. Yeah, so yeah, they'll call, make you an offer you can't refuse, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I have no time expectation as to when that'll be. They don't say really anything other than that. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just wait on a call. And I guess in like 2 weeks or something, I'll call them or see what's up. So today we're at the boutique opening. Nice, good man. Shoot another one, shoot another one. My guy! Oh, did you only have 1 boom left or something? Well, either way, you guys got this. 2v1. Don't push inside without getting more boom shot ammo, which should be spawning since sniper is. What are you doing? You don't need to know where he is. Let's go pick up boom. There you go. Yeah. I mean, now he knows, whatever, you have it. But... yeah, but that was the interview. Was like basically being showed both jobs, which is fine. Like, I don't mind not having to answer all these bullshit ass questions and basically just like getting down to the meat of things. But there was also like no, like, if you're gonna do that, like, sit down with me afterwards and be like, okay, so the pay rate is X for this job and Y for this job. The expected duties differ by this. You know what I mean? Just give me like another breakdown where I'm not seeing a completely new job, new information, and hearing like all types of new shit. So today at the boutique, they called and left a message. I was just like, hey, if you can, give us a call back before 4 o'clock. And I was like, okay, word. Hey, way to go. That wasn't even the boomshot guy. How are you gonna... we're gonna end up losing. Mm-hmm. He's gonna dome you. It's a weird spot to try and make your stand, but it's just not bad. Unless that happens. Oh my god. What are you doing?
Are the humans stronger than you, after all?
Again, that's upsetting. So whenever I talked to the woman today that had called me prior, she was like, so you had your interview? And I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, these are the 2 different jobs, the 2 different pay rates. What do you think? And I was like, well, I guess the second shift one, the machinist one, right? It's more money, and it's 2 to 10. So, I ain't got to be up at 5 o'clock to be there at 6. Like, my whole... like, I've been waking up and opening
for almost a year now, and it's 3 days a week, but still. I'm pretty useless the other 4 days a week because I haven't slept the other three because I'm up gaming or, um, just nighttime has always been my time. And even if it's like work, like 4 to midnight, like once I get off, that's fine because now I'll be up till 5 and everyone else is asleep. And I'll sleep when everyone else is awake. But I don't want to do third shift. Like, I've done that. It's terrible. Um, so I'm talking to her on the phone, and she's like, when would be a good time to schedule your physical? And I was like, oh, physical? Again, like, nobody said nothing about that. I did the paperwork, right? I remember doing the application paperwork, and there was nothing about a physical or nothing. It was like the most basic ass application ever. Name, address, social, all that good shit, birthday. But there wasn't shit about, if hired, you'll be asked to complete a physical. And if you pass the physical, you will have a job. If you don't pass the physical, you will not have a job, type of shit. Which I'm sure they can't do due to some law, but still. I would have expected to see something about, hey, there's going to be a physical before you get hired. Okay, why? I'm gonna get boom shotted. Holy fuck. Okay. Yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna do a physical, but then it's still like another. I think they said by July 10th was they were looking at like a start date around there. So I don't know if they mean like before that, or if like there's some sort of group new hire situation. I don't know. And like I wanted to ask, does this mean that I'm hired, or is it upon completion of successful physical? Which I'm not worried about. Don't get me wrong. I was just caught off guard. But it's also been a long time since I've applied at a place with benefits, where as soon as you start, you're eligible to get them. And by a long time, I mean I've never worked at a place that offered benefits. And if they did, they were the most dog shit benefits you've ever seen in your life. Like, you would be better off not having any. That's how bad those benefits were. Um, so I don't know. I guess I gotta see about this physical, and then go from there. It's so weird. And I thought that they were doing like a hiring company type of deal where just someone's middlemaning all their new hire shit, which is the worst. I fucking hate that shit. I hate those companies. They provide no service. They do nothing. They do nothing but make it harder for people looking for a job to get a job. Because whenever it's them posting job postings, it'll just be like the most minimum information, call for more information. They give you the runaround when you call. Like, it's so stupid, like a temp agency type of thing. Um, Yeah, I thought they were doing that whenever they the couple times they called me, because they were late calling me one time by like an hour and a half, and I don't like that. And it was early. It was like they told me the call would be at 9, so I was up at 8:30, which I was mostly already up, but I wouldn't have talked on the phone at 8:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, had it not been for somebody telling me, hey, at 9 we'll call you, we can go over your application or whatever. Um, and then the scheduled time of my interview was like 2 days before today, and they called me and was like, hey, we're having an audit down there, because there's only two places. Like, there's one here, and then there's the main office in Pennsylvania, I think, or Philadelphia. I don't know, somewhere in that area. So yeah, they were like, oh, we're having an audit that day down there, so is there a better day for your interview? Which is what they called that shit I did today. But like, I've never had the least amount of information passed on to me by somebody in a quote unquote interview. Oh no, I mean, I like it. It was just, you know, don't bullshit me with all these dumbass questions that I've answered and are on my resume already. But also don't just be like, hey, I'm going to send you with these two people, and then whenever you come back, I'm going to ask you, what you want to do, even though it's a moot point because you still got to do a physical. Um, there's still an offer to be made. Like, I felt like I was getting draft picked. And still, there was no offer. Like, on the phone today, she never once offered me anything unless it was a physical for a job. And she never said that I'm offering you a physical for a job. But I mean, the place seemed chill, like the actual job itself. It's not like a super massive factory like I was picturing. So that's cool. I don't know. It seems like a long time to wait, but I'm like, doing all of this for a job. I'm like, the motherfucker that has worked there for 29 years that put a good word in for me or whatever, he didn't say dick about any of this. Like, hey, there'll be a physical. If you get to that part, it's a good sign. Or, hey, they're just going to show you what's up whenever you get there for the interview, but it's not really an interview. So just be prepared for that. And he even called me like random, or well, not randomly. We had like set up a time. But he had called me after I was like, hey, is there anything I should know before the interview? He was like, nah. And then a few hours later, he was like, what time would be a good time to call you tomorrow before your interview? I was like, I don't know. Why are you calling me? Is this the interview? Is the interview the phone interview that we're going to do? It wasn't. He was just like, oh, I'm just touching base with you. It's like, dude, you guys. And like, I only met him, like, I only know him through work at a gas station, which just means he comes into a gas station. But also, I'm a pretty good read on people for the most part, most of the time. And, he said he'd been there 29 years, and I feel like anybody that's had that long of a stint, unlike he's married, so he, like, run his wife off, or the job ain't like cost him his marriage, or he'd been there for a minute. I was like, fuck yeah, man, hook it up. If you say you're gonna put in a good word, at least I can put in my application, and then go fill out an application, and then go in for an interview, and then get an offer for a physical, and then go get a physical, and then hopefully I get the job. So that'll be weird. It's been a long time since I've had a physical. I know I'm not bragging. Trust me. Um, so, but I mean, all that should be fine. I fucking weed-eated and mowed yesterday. Mowing was fine. Just sit there, right around. Mine's about beating me to death though, because I need to change the deck belt and get a different size, get a smaller size. So it's like you're sitting on a fucking washing machine, and it sounds like it sometimes. Which, funnily enough, the deck pin broke, or just like came off when I was mowing the last time. The previous, not this most recent time, but the one before that. I was just mowing and I was like I felt something give, and then I felt the mower dragging something. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like look behind myself, like the mower, and it's like super low cut grass, and I was like, wow, the deck is falling off. Okay, why? So yeah, turned out there was one of those metal um, wonky looking clamps that you just basically feed on there. It like holds the deck up. It had come off somehow or broke, so I just put it back on there. Or luckily I had another spare. Came with the lawnmower, if you can believe it, just in the cup holder. Um, Put that bad boy on there and finished that mowing. See that one no big deal, but weed eating, I fucking hate it. And it's not even like we have a gas one, which I think would be better and worse at the same time, because they're definitely heavier, but they're like more balanced and definitely more powerful, and also have a shoulder strap. We have an electric one. Um, and I mean it does good, but it's like the way it's made is so stupid, and it is not ergonomical at all. So no matter how you hold it, by the time you're done weed eating, it doesn't even matter how long you weed eat, it could be 10 minutes. You're fucking sore, your wrists, and like your forearms, fucking so sore. And not even like your shoulders, like if you had a gas weed eater. Because normally like you're letting all that weight sit there, but now it's all just sitting on the forearms, I guess, and the wrist, which is not where you want it. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna make a strap for it or something. Repurpose one for it or something. Also, I think I'm gonna buy a battery powered one. Because the electric one's cool, but you need an extension cord, and that's a lot of cord. I'm like trying to do anything is a pain in the ass with 100 foot of cable attached to it, especially weed eating. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Y'all stay lit. Ryu, it was good talking to you at least for a second, man. I hope catch you next stream. Definitely holler at me. And y'all stay lit.